Hi Virgo, welcome to your end of December 2018 General Tarot update. It's Rena here. And there's a card, there's a position at the top right for the current energy, and two cards came out. One was stuck to the other, and I looked at that card, so I felt like, hey, I gotta include both of them. But I'll get to that when I get to that. The heart of the matter is the Queen of Pentacles. You are Earth. So this could be you in that nesting type of a vibe where you're kind of into the home. Perhaps you're home for the holidays. Or decorating your house for the holidays. Maybe you are doing something. Maybe you get to see your children if you're old enough to have them. And you're just in that domestic mode and looking forward to spending time with your family. And so it's a very kind of, I was going to say sumptuous energy, because it relates to a lot of, I wouldn't say pleasure so much as comfort and domestic bliss, let's put it that way. So what is the, well, I was going to say the flying in the ointment is this thing right here. But I'm going to talk about the past. We have here the Ten of Wands. So yes, maybe you've been working overtime, working very hard, and you're able to enjoy your time off, you know, for the holidays. And you're just really enjoying it because you just worked your butt off or something along those lines. There may be someone who is a fire sign individual, and this person could be like an Aries or a Sagittarius. I think Sag is the one that has most affinity for Virgo, or Leo, and that person maybe a past relationship. I don't know that I would say it's the person, like if you're choosing between two people, I don't know that that would be your old partner, but I suppose that's a possibility. The reason I'm going there is because I'm talking about this card that's kind of like a challenge, and this is the Two of Cups. So, you know, amid all this domestic bliss, this is a card that involves some relationship that is torn apart, okay, because it's in the challenge position. So perhaps you have recently separated from a partner. Maybe that's who that Ten of Wands is, and maybe you tried to make it work and it just hasn't, and now this is your first holiday at home without your partner. This could be a relationship with somebody that you have wanted to get back together with that is not there yet. The timing might be off for this to occur, because the Two of Cups can be making a commitment to somebody, or, you know, having that sense of that soulmate. You have a couple of soulmate cards here, Virgo. So I don't know exactly what's going on with that Ten of Wands individual. If that's a facet of yourself that you tried to make your marriage work and it didn't, and there's somebody else, I don't know. I'm just going to keep going, because this is one of the things with these readings. Sometimes I want to spell everything out and I can't, and I should just keep it more general. And so I think I'm going to do that. The energy around you right now, one of the cards is the Seven of Cups. This is a card of, it can be a card of confusion. So you may feel like you have a lot of options open to you, and this would support a recent split from a partner. I do feel that this reading is more of a relationship reading. So pardon me if I have not been addressing other areas of life. Usually I can do that, but in this case it seems pretty obvious. Although I will say that if you're somebody who has your own business, you may have been working very hard, but you are currently estranged from a partner, because the Two of Cups could even be a business partner. And that may make it so that you have been working very hard as a result. With the Seven of Cups, if you desire to try to hire new people, be careful. Make sure that you are clear-headed when you're making your selection, because somebody may present themselves in a very attractive light, and really they are not what they claim to be. And you don't want to invite that kind of deception into your life. The Seven of Cups can be deception. And it also is a card of addiction. So if you have been separated from a partner, and you're like feeling that sense of maybe guilt over it, you have to understand that they have problems that have nothing to do with you. That's their choice, that they are choosing to drink to excess is their choice. And they have to face the music with that. And it's not your responsibility to save them from themselves. Maybe you try to. With the Ten of Wands, you may have done so much, you may have jumped through hoops to try to make something happen, and they're not willing to take responsibility for their own life. So it is what it is. And I'm not trying to be cold, but it really is what it is. Some people think that's a meaningless expression. It is so not a meaningless expression. It really does mean something. It means that whatever is happening is the reality of the situation. And even if the Seven of Cups can be wishful thinking. But even if you have wishful thinking, that's on you. It's good to have dreams, but you have to also be grounded in those dreams. And so the other card I got was the High Priestess. Now these cards have something in common, because the High Priestess may be that you are sensing something is not as it should be, that your intuition is going crazy on something, and you don't know quite what it is. Now, the possibility, too, is that you're with a partner who has gone back to one of their partners, or you suspect that they have. Maybe they're lying about it, but you suspect that they're going back to their partner. This may be also, again, with drinking, that you suspect that somebody is drinking, but they are denying it. And you want to believe the denial because you want to have an excuse to stay with this person. And yet it doesn't look like it's really a good idea based upon these other factors. You know, it looks to me like this person is has got issues and that they have to deal with them. And actually what we have here is what's coming in is the Three of Cups. So during the holidays you may be having a lot lighter kinds of interactions with people. You know, unlike the Ten of Wands, which is, you know, the sense of a burden, this is a very lighthearted card. And so for Virgos, you may be meeting some friends that you don't get to see normally. They're coming into town, or it could be like just with relatives even, but there's that sense of celebration and just enjoyment. The number 3 is connected to creativity, and that could be also on taps for you for some reason. And that sense of like playfulness, levity. So the point being that 2019 is actually a 3 universal year. So we're going to have that kind of a theme in 2019 of these kinds of the creative juices flowing and the abundance, number 3. Major Arcana, the Empress is number 3, and she connects with abundance and things like that. So the other thing about this is that, again, you may find out, the High Priestess is like uncovering secrets. Well, you might find out that your partner is a womanizer. When I see, and that's why, they have women and drink, right? And it could be in that type of environment that they are, that loosens their, their, I was going to say their resolve, and they become more susceptible to cheating. And you may have already been disenfranchised or otherwise upset by this person's behavior. Maybe they are just being very out of control with their behavior, and you just would like to wash your hands of them. And so because of this, you now have a real excuse that you realize that this person has been deceiving you. I had another reading where this was kind of the theme as well, which is it's a common theme when you're dealing with human beings, obviously. But just saying that it's pretty interesting that these kinds of things are going on with perhaps your relationship, and maybe you realize there was more than one person. You thought that they were just getting back with an ex, but maybe they have a sex addiction. But in other cases, you may just be doing a lot of fun things around the house and with socializing. And the outcome is the 6 of Cups. And this could be connecting with your children. As I said, you're the queen, the mother. It could, and this is the holidays. This could be, the past in a nostalgic way. Friends from the past that you'd catch up with, and it's just fun. It could be a soulmate. Maybe during your socializing, you meet your old flame from high school, and it turns out they're your twin flame, and they're the one you're meant to be with. Because with the 2 of Cups in the challenge position, this may have been something that has carried itself through your life, where you have always felt you married the wrong person, that you've always felt that this other person was the one you were meant to be with. So I don't know, but it sure looks good. I know there's a couple of challenging elements to this, but it depends on what your situation is. Obviously, this is a general reading, and to fit in every Virgo person on the planet's scenario would be quite a great task. But hopefully it resonated to some degree. If you'd like a private reading, and a lot of my private readings are astrology based with your natal chart, which is much more geared towards your own, imprint, your blueprint in this lifetime. And for me, it's a great tool to kind of hone in on things. Please click on the link below. Otherwise, have a great holiday and New Year. Take care. Bye.